Welcome back to Lupus Life Hacks videos. This week's topic, are you still having symptoms of thyroid disease and treatments that will actually work? So AKA getting rid of all of your symptoms without having to put so much effort into it. If you're a Lupus Life Hacker, thank you for the support. And if you're new and you want to stay in the now in decreasing symptoms of lupus, you don't want to miss out, so subscribe and click on the bell next to it, and that way you'll get notified of our weekly video release every Thursday. Alright, let's dive in. I'm going to give you 5 reasons why you're still feeling symptoms of thyroid disease and 5 types of treatment that are going to help you in getting your energy back, decreasing brain fog, joint pain, and hair loss, and the struggle that we have with losing weight. So if you're on Synthroid or any type of generic T4 based medication, you are not alone. Many of us have been taking it for years and we struggle and we can't figure out why. Our doctors keep changing the doses, it's like Russian roulette with it, and it gets so frustrating. A lot of times, even though the doctors aren't dosing correctly, another part of the problem is that they're not doing a full thyroid panel. And that can be part of the reason why you're still having symptoms, even though the doses that you've tried have changed, it's still not working. Another reason could be because maybe it's something that we're doing, but it's an easy fix. Another reason could be we're not taking it correctly. Our body may not be converting it or absorbing it the way that it should. So I'm gonna get into those right now. You're taking your meds with coffee, or you're taking your meds within an hour of eating. You're not taking it at the same time every single day. I thought it wasn't a big deal. I used to take my meds, I would get up at 8 o'clock, lay around, go on my phone, and then, maybe take it 30 minutes later as compared to the day before where I took it an hour before. And these are really small things that we think don't matter, but it makes a huge difference for our thyroid. Your body's not converting T4 into T3. So if you're taking Synthroid or if you're taking Levothyroxine, that's a T4 type of medication. It contains a less active T4, but it lasts longer. T4 still needs to be converted into T3. Like what you see so far, subscribe and click on the bell so you don't miss out next week on our new video. Now back to the topic of the week, which is the more active thyroid hormone. When we think of T3, healthcare providers will they describe it as like the go hormone because it helps boost your metabolism, helps create more energy in your body, helps grow your hair, stuff like that. So a few reasons why our body is not converting the T4 into T3 correctly could be because we have GI issues. We have nutrient deficiencies. We have liver issues. This is our detox organ. And when we have lupus, and then when we have a sluggish liver, which a lot of us probably do, it's not getting rid of all of the toxins that we accumulate from eating foods that have pesticides and chemicals, from just breathing the pollution outside, from our tap water that has tons of chemicals in it. So there's a lot of environmental factors that are causing this, and that is why it's contributing to our thyroid problems as well. If you're extremely sensitive to foods, you may not realize you are, but if you have stomach pain all the time, if you have GI issues, you could have gluten sensitivities, you could have dairy sensitivities, and I'm going to go into why that is a thing now as compared to 50 years ago when it wasn't. So gut issues, if you have IBS, celiac, Crohn's, these are all gut issues that involve malabsorption. So you're not absorbing everything correctly. You're not absorbing nutrients, which could be a reason why you have a nutrient deficiency. So it's like a domino effect of problems. But don't get frustrated and don't get overwhelmed. Because these are simple issues. Once we figure out the problem, we can start to correct it. By changing your diet and by going gluten-free, by going dairy-free and soy-free, which soy is an estrogen-dominant food. So when we remove gluten, dairy, and soy, we are giving our GI system a break from being irritated. Then we replace it with types of alkaline foods and types of greens and juices that are going to help heal it, and that way it won't be irritated. Once it's healed, then we'll be able to start absorbing everything a lot better. Are you taking supplements with your thyroid medications? I used to do this too, and my functional medicine practitioner was wondering like why my numbers weren't working, why weren't going down and everything. And this was why, is because I was taking my vitamin D, I was taking my B complex, my magnesium, all of it at once. So this is an easy fix. We gotta spread it out. Last week I did talk about thyroid connection with lupus, different causes and treatments. If you want to read more about that or watch the video, click the link right up and above. This one's fairly simple. Right when you get up in the morning, what I like to do is put my thyroid medication next to my nightstand with a full glass of water. Water is so important to drink. We need to have about 100 ounces a day. So by getting that first 12 ounces in, you can just take it. With thyroid, it will help boost our metabolism, it will wake us up, and it will get us going. By the time you're done getting ready for the day, maybe an hour's passed by, and then you can drink your coffee. Coffee should not be taken with your thyroid medication. That could cause an issue as well. Comment below reason 1 if this was you. I said earlier, you're not taking it the same time every single day. Consistency is key. Actually, some people do better taking this at night, and that's just because of lifestyle. Let's say it's easier for you to take your supplements in the morning, and that way you can eat breakfast right away. If you're really hungry, then this would be something that would work for you. But some research actually suggests it does absorb better at night as well because of this. Does that sound like something you struggle with? If so, comment below reason 2. You're not converting T4 to T3. Besides the diet change that I mentioned earlier, you can request a natural desiccated hormone. This is a mixture of T4 and T3 together, and a lot of people actually show that they do a lot better with this supplement, and they seem to have better success with their thyroid. Their blood work improves, they have more energy, they feel so much better with the T3, T4 mixture medication. That can be used as an addition to your T4 medication only, and that is quite common to do together, and that's totally fine. So while you change your diet, this is going to be something else to add. Natural desiccated thyroid medication. This is the natural form that our body recognizes. This is taken from the glands of pigs, and they use that because the most natural form that matches ours. NDT also has T1 and T2 hormones, which have been shown as a combination to have a better effect with us. If your doctor is going to give you a hard time on taking a T3, T4 mixture or a natural desiccated hormone medication, that doctor is not working in your best interest. And it is so important that they find the root issue, that they find the causes. So if they're not giving you a full thyroid panel that has 6 separate tests, and they're not working with you to try to figure out what's going to work best for your body type, it's time to find a new doctor. There are studies that suggest the T1 and T2 mixture, as well as the entire compounded medication together, works better for a lot of people. And if your doctor fights you on that, they're looking at studies that the pharmaceutical companies have actually paid for their own promotion of their own medications. Plus, these studies are really old, about 30 years ago. So when they compare them to the natural thyroid hormones, they weren't at the time as accurate. And now, because we have improved technologies, it is more reliable. So make sure they are updated on their research. Supplements and medications interact. I'm going to put a list below of all the things that I found that do interact together, but I will go over the important ones right now. If you're eating food or any processed foods that are fortified with calcium or iron, that's going to cause a problem because calcium and iron are nutrients that do interact with the medication, and they can slow down the absorption. So if you're drinking orange juice that's fortified with calcium, that would be something to avoid for at least 2 hours. Antibiotics. A lot of times we're on antibiotics. So if you've taken an antibiotic like Cipro or any type of antidepressants or cholesterol drugs, these interact with thyroid medications as well. I would talk to your doctor or the pharmacist, make sure that this is okay to take, and take them a few hours apart. And maybe take one in the morning and the other one at night. below reason number 4 if that sounds like it was you. We talked a lot about thyroid issues and reasons why our medications aren't working and what to do about it. I hope that helped you figure out a solution. These are things that I found really helpful, and I hope it helps you too. Do you suffer with lupus headaches or any migraines? This was a big issue of mine, and it took me a little while to figure out all of the things that were causing it. But if that sounds like you, stay tuned for next week's video. What you want to do is hit the notification bell next to the subscribe button so that way you don't miss out on the video released Thursday. Until then, here are some videos that you can watch where I talk about different lupus symptoms that are common and uncommon, how to work with lupus. Click on these videos and you can learn more. Until then, have a great week. Subs if you loved it, thumbs if you liked it, and make sure to share it on Facebook so we can help other warriors in our community. I appreciate it so much. Thanks for watching. See you next week.